Hello everyone, welcome to Caroline's Craft Treat. Just another little short episode on my crazy quilt journal cover. So you've seen those. I added a piece of this, what do they call it? GIMP? I think people call it GIMP. And I glued it down, and then I went and I stitched on each little thing. I put a stitch to hold it down. And then I thought, oh, wouldn't it look nice with seed beads? Now, I quite like that actually. And I was originally going to put orange beads down there, and then I put a couple beads on, and I'm like, oh, they're red, but I kind of like that. Now I see right here there's one bead that's kind of gotten hidden. You can kind of see it there. So what I'll do is I'll put a stitch in there and I'll pull that down. Let's go ahead and do that actually right now. I'm just going to come up here. Oops, and of course the thread's got to get knotted just because I come onto camera. Isn't that always the way it is? Okay, and then I'm just gonna go under here and grab that piece, and then I can just pull it over and anchor it down. I really hope you guys can see what's going on. And of course now I unthreaded my needle. You know, I stitched all of these beads on and everything went fine. I never got any knots. It went nice. And it's like as soon as you turn on the camera, all these things start going wrong. That would kind of be typical, wouldn't it? So all that I did was I come up, try to get right on the edge of that little round part there. And then I've got beads here. So I'm just going to go down. I'm just going to kind of go down in that same hole. Not the same place where the needle came out, but relatively close. And I'm just doing that all the way down here. Oh, I can't believe that I unthreaded my needle. Maybe because I'm doing this at night, doing a little film at night. And I never do a film at night in the evening video. But I wanted to finish this off, but I wanted to make sure that I showed you guys what I was doing. So I thought I'd just finish these last 6 or 7 beads with you guys and show you the update on these. As I said in the last video, most of these are going to be kind of short-ish. I just can't see doing like an hour-long video doing the same thing. That's all. And if you want to see some of these in more detail, please let me know, and then I could do a very detailed video. But there's lots of videos on embroidery and beading and all those things. Now, when I did go around and stitch in each of these loops to tack it all down before I started the beads, I did do a few extra stitches at both ends, hoping that it won't fray. Because that is always a concern. One more bead to put on there. And there was a few times on the back I did just knot it just for something to do. And I think I'm going to do a bead right in here. I wasn't sure if I wanted one there, but I think I do. Just to kind of even it all out. hard pushing that one through. So there we go. Let's tie this off. Let's move our beads out of the way. And again, I'm just going to do a couple half hitches. I usually do 3, 4 of them. This was just the way I was taught to end my knots on the other side. I always try to hide them if I can, but this is going to have a backing, so I'm not too worried about what the back looks like, what the knot looks like. Okay, and then just to give it a little bit extra, just going to weave in and out of my material a little bit. My plan is to finish the few of these that I have the sewing part done, the pieces done, and then I want to make it, I'll probably make like a dozen or so other ones. Okay, so there is that so far. So we've got that, we've got this beaded stuff, and that. At first I was hesitant about the red when I made the mistake and started putting red beads on instead of orange. But after a while I kind of liked it. And it kind of doesn't really go with anything per se, but like there's that bit of burgundy and there's this bit of red wine color in here. So it kind of is nice, and I kind of thought, well, it kind of looks like rubies or something like that. And then, of course, by the time we put this together, the journal, that would be the front, that would be the back. I think that'll be good. So far, so good. Most of these little, just showing you what I've done, seems to only take 10 to 15 minutes. So that's just a nice short little video for you to watch. So now I'll move on to the next. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'll root through my little container and decide what else I'm going to put on. I might go and try to find a few pieces of jewelry to put on here. And then that way I can have an idea of what I want where before I get too carried away on doing some of these longer lines. But I do try to put something almost on every line. And in between as well, depending on whatever grabs me at the minute. Like the beads on here, it was a totally last minute thing. I just thought, oh, hey, that may look kind of cool, and put on a couple, and I'm like, yeah, I like that. Gives it a whole different look. Check out the other videos on this playlist, and check out all my other videos as well. Stop over on Coffee, grab a few freebies over there. Stop by, say hi on Facebook group, and we'll see you soon. Bye for now.